so guys, today we're going to talk about Africa, all right? Two places specifically about Africa. So this is how Africa looks right here. We're going to talk about North Africa. It's at the very top right here. So what I want you to know is this part here is the Sahara Desert, right? So the desert is hot, it doesn't rain, and this desert is huge. If this desert was a country, it would be the 5th largest country. It's like gigantic. And this desert separates North Africa from South Africa, okay? So this is the North Africa here, and that's what we're gonna talk about today and tomorrow. So the two places that we're going to talk about is called Libya and Egypt. So Egypt is like right here. Libya is it's next to Egypt, like so. So these are going to be the ones we talk about today and tomorrow. Cool? Okay. Now, two things I want you to remember: the Sahara Desert. And in Africa, there's this river. It's called the Nile River. It's the biggest river in the world. So it's the biggest river in North Africa, and it's the biggest river in the whole wide world. Okay, so Libya, Egypt, Sahara Desert, and the Nile River. Got it? Okay. So I brought a globe. Y'all gonna have to get close to Jamie. I brought a globe. Come stand up. Come over here. Come over here. I brought a globe. Spin it. Spin it, Bruce. Me? Yeah, spin it. Absolutely spin it. I got a globe. Spin it. Yes, okay, Jamie, spin the globe. All right, so this globe is basically of the world, right? And on this globe is Africa, Egypt, Libya, Sahara Desert, and the Nile. I want y'all to find it. Let me know when you find it.
Africa?
Yeah.
Africa right here.
Okay, keep going. What else?
So if I North Africa?
Yeah. Come on, Axel, let's go see. Come on. Come on, Axel. Y'all got to show Axel too. Okay, so where's Africa? Okay, there's Africa. Okay, so where's Egypt and Libya?
South Africa.
There's South Africa, right? Okay, there it is. Okay, so which one is that?
Egypt.
There's Egypt, Libya. Okay. There's two more things. There's the Nile River and the Sahara Desert. Where might that be? It's little. The Nile River is like super little, but it's blue.
Blue is right here.
Yes. If y'all look really close, it's written really, really, really tiny. It's like the Nile River goes all the way. What about the Sahara Desert? It's hard to see too. Sahara. And I can't see upside down. This is bad.
Oh, that's the.
That's a desert too. Sahara's gonna be up here at the top. I don't see it either, but I saw it earlier today. Oh, you have your finger on it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the left a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep. Yes. Right there. See right there.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All right. So y'all found it. Oh, very good. Awesome. So that is today. We're going to be able to define words that goes with Africa. So there'll be 5 vocabulary words. Okay. And then here, students will be able to understand the general meaning, main points and details of the spoken language. So that just means that you will hear me and you'll understand me. Cool? All right. desk, you have some note cards. I want you to turn to side A. It has two things on it. One says side A, one says side B. Turn to side A. All right, so this is easy. I want you to describe 3 activities you like to do every day. It can be anything.
In school?
At home, in school, on the weekends, in the summertime. So 3 things, and write them down right there. 3 things that you like to do every day.
Escriba 3 cosas que hago todos los días.
Escribe 3 cosas que te gusta hacer todos los días. 3 son. Get those numbers going? Those numbers?
6 minutes.
Awesome. Come get their note cards right quick, so she'll know what they're, so she'll see the material. Axel, ¿puedes escribir en español o inglés? Está bien. Okay. Jamie, since you suggested, I would love to hear what you like to do.
Okay, so my first one, I like doing coloring every day.
Jamie, put your thing there, just look at it and then put it back over. Okay.
I like doing coloring every single day because it's so relaxing, and then you get your stuff out of your mind, you know. And then my second one, I like writing notes and stories of my life. And then my third one, I love going to the beach and swim and eat with my friends at the end.
I like doing all of those. I love coloring. Coloring is very relaxing, and I love writing. Did you know I wrote a book? I did. I'll tell you about it later. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So very good. Axel, would you like to share? You can say in Spanish and English. Está bien.
Las dos. Escribe 3 cosas que te guste hacer todos los días. Jugar en la consola, dormir en la tarde. Y pues sí, venir a la escuela y convivir con mis amigos. ¿Cómo pueden cambiar sus actividades si vivieran aquí? Que hubiera más receso, más tiempo ahí en el gym y más clase de inglés.
I heard English class. Jamie, what did he say?
So he did the B. Is that okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me see. For A, ¿qué es consola? Consola. ¿Qué es eso? Para jugar los videojuegos. Like a PlayStation? He likes playing with the PlayStation, and then the second one is sleep all day and afternoon. And then he likes going to school and playing with his friends.
Awesome.
Do we
awesome.
share the B side or no?
Yeah, in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. All right, Lily, what do you have that you like to do? Está bien.
You can talk in Spanish.
Yes, you can.
Jugar con mis perros, salir.
Oh, I know that one. Play with my dogs.
Yeah. Salir afuera a jugar con mis amigos
Leave with our friends.
y hacer. Play with her friends. Hacer la comida. And make.
Oh, eat food. Yo también. I love food. All right. So very good. Y'all, you have on your desk a little handout. I would love for you to go to the part that says KWL. And we're gonna fill that out in a minute. All right, so I have pictures. I have pictures of Egypt and I have pictures of Libya. take one, pass it down. One, Olivia. Pass it down.
I think I don't know.
Take uno. Uno.
Yes, thank you. And open up your pictures, and I want you to just look at the pictures of Egypt and Libya, and just kind of like notice, oh, thank you, and just kind of like see what you notice about the place. And at the very bottom, I have like, it's Egypt. If it's Egypt, I have Egypt on it, and at the bottom, if it's Libya, I have written Libya on it. And these are some recent pictures. These pictures are like a year or two ago. So this is how it really looks. So look at the pictures and kind of like look at them and notice what notice what you see, and you can talk about it if you want to.
Oh, look at Axel's.
Axel, what do you get? Let's see. Ooh, you have a pyramid. It's camels. ¿Cómo se dice camels?
Camellos.
Camels.
A ver.
What is it?
Camellos.
Ah, yeah. What else do you have?
I've got the army.
Uh-oh. So they do walk around with guns in both Egypt and Libya because they are at war. Because they think, Libya thinks they own the land, Egypt thinks they own the land, and so they both fight all the time because of the land. So that's kind of sad. Jamie, what you get?
Loading.
Yeah, so this is like a lot of buildings and I don't know, somebody's on the ground, sitting down. The same here. Libya and Egypt looks a lot alike too. So the pictures, you have a truck and they have guns and there's a building and then the pyramid and the camels. Okay, so I want you guys to flip your card over. I lost my card. My card. Yeah, flip your card over to B, to side B. Okay, so remember the activities you said you like to do? Okay, so I want you to look at these pictures here and think how your activities may change if you live in Libya and Egypt. So talk to me about how might your activities change if you lived here? Would you be able to just play video games all day? Would you be able to go outside with your friends all the time and just whatever? So talk to me about that, and I want you to write down some stuff like, how would your activities change if you stayed in Libya and Egypt? I would be sad if I
Do I
stayed
have to
here.
put in like 2 of the reasons for each country or state?
Nah, you can just put 1 or 2 sentences. And let me see. Axel, did you write yours already? You got that in us?
Yeah.
You need help?
Jamie, what did you put about how your activities may change a little bit if you stayed here?
So for the one that I put for first one, for like coloring, it would change because there probably not gonna be stores like with colories or like with nice foods that you can like Walmart, like you can, yeah.
Right, so you may not have nice stores to buy coloring books from, right? So you may have to get creative. Maybe you could like make your own coloring book or something.
And for my second one that I can like write and stuff stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're probably not gonna be nice, like pretty journals or like nice pencils or pens to like write them. And then for my third one, it's probably not gonna be a beach with clean water since it's like
That's true. That's very true.
yeah, definitely.
Awesome. What did you put?
Cambiar todo para poder salir a jugar con mis amigos y tener más comida para poder cocinar varios platillos y poder sacar a mis perros sin que alguien nos haga daño.
What did you say, Jane?
So, let me see, a ver tu carta. Si la entiendes.
I know she said that from the dog and her friends.
Yeah, she said there's probably not gonna be like any spots, like nice spots to like go with her dogs.
That's
And
true.
also like play with her friends. There's like a lot of like the desert's gonna be hot in this place.
And they have to be very careful that they're not around the people with the guns and stuff because
Yeah.
it won't be safe.
And ¿qué fue la última? Para que haya ¿cómo se llama? Agarrar más comida. And there's probably not gonna be nice food so they can get to eat like dinner or breakfast or
The food would be different.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Awesome. And then on mine, so I had a picture of a lion. So, and you kind of just run into them. They just kind of are there. So you do have to be careful. I wouldn't be able to take walks like I want to. I would have to be very careful because it's a lion. And then here, there's just a lot of people crowded around and their faces are covered. So I just think that I wouldn't be able to take my walks like I like to take because I would probably still be able to take them, but I just have to really, really be careful. So very good. Right, right. So for the no, I want to start. So the K is gonna be for what do we know. So when I first started this, I didn't know a whole lot about Libya and Egypt because I've never been to Africa, and I just never really thought about it. So I didn't know a whole lot. So I had to look at pictures to learn. So the K is gonna be what do you know, and the W is gonna be what you want to know, and then the L is gonna be after the lesson, after tomorrow, what did we learn? So for the K, I'm gonna write something I know based on the pictures, and then I want you to tell me something. So I know, and y'all write down too, for this too. So write down hot. Write that down, in the K part. It seems like it's hot there. Yeah, it seems like it's hot because it's a desert, doesn't rain, it's dry. What else do we know about the pictures? Look at the pictures and what do we know about Libya and Egypt?
That there's no nice houses there.
Right. No nice houses, that's good. No nice houses.
She have camels.
Yes, so they have different animals than we do,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you walk out, you'll see a cow or something, or a horse, but there they have like camels, yes.
There's probably nice foods, like there's not nice foods in there, like
No.
nice stores.
No nice stores, no nice food, so we can say that too. Yeah, what else do we know? Let me see, let me look at my pictures.
Mine looks like it has towels.
Let me see.
Like, I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's like broken, what is that? It's like broken buildings and sediment and dirt, but it's like up on top of everything. Like, it's like a building has been like
She have
blown up.
the
Yeah,
army
so,
is the ¿cómo se llama? Que el army destruyó eso. She said that if the armies destroy things.
yes, let's say that. So we're gonna say that the army destroys, ooh, I'm running out of space. Destroys the buildings. Yeah.
There's probably no nice restaurants. Or
Yeah.
Buenos baños. And like there's no nice baths.
Yeah, so let's say that too. No nice restaurants or bathrooms.
Or we could put there's no nice water.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Because there's dirty water.
Water is dirty water. It's hard to find clean water. You probably have to do a lot of stuff to it, like boil it and filter it. And, yeah.
And there's probably not enough food for people.
So I'm gonna say yes. So I'm gonna say, let me raise my W. I'm gonna say not a lot of food. Good.
There's not enough of like food for babies that live there. Like
Baby food
yeah.
and milk and stuff like that.
That's what my baby food.
No milk. Baby food. Poor babies, that's sad.
And if they're not from there, they probably for milk.
Yeah. Cause you need food and milk to grow. Alright, that's amazing. Alright, now we're gonna do our 5. We're gonna do the W and L tomorrow when we start reading the book. Let's go to the last page. We're gonna do our 5 vocabulary words. Alright, so word number 1 is delta. So what I want you to do on your, I keep forgetting I have this mask on. I want to scratch my nose and I keep hitting myself on the face. Alright, so what I want you to do, this is how I did mine. So for the word, I drew a picture, and then for the definition, I wrote it, and then I'm gonna write my own sentence later. So when we talk about the word, I want y'all to see if you can like draw some kind of picture. And I'll draw a picture too. If you want to draw the picture I drew, that is okay, but don't laugh at my drawing. It may not look too pretty. Okay, so delta. Word number 1. All right. So imagine, oh, and I put some colors on your desk, so if you want to start drawing, imagine there's a river, right? So here's your river. Your river is flowing, it's flowing, it's flowing. It's gotta go somewhere. Like, where does it go? It
Can
has
it
to
go to
go
sewer?
somewhere. Yeah, so it's gotta go to another body of water. It's gotta go somewhere. So a delta is the place that the water goes to. It's like a wet land area, and it has like some sand and a little rocks and water, and that's where your water goes, right here, on that. And that's called, this area here is called the delta, and they call it a delta because the word delta is a Greek alphabet, and it means, and it looks like this. So it looks like a triangle, and because this kind of like is shaped like a triangle, they call that the delta. So why don't y'all try to like draw a little picture of a delta right there, right there. Embaçou, sim. Como é que Yes. Oh, I want to show y'all a picture of it too. Let me see if I can find a picture. These are like real pictures of deltas. So here's, have to make sure you get a picture of this right here. You're seeing. So here is a picture of a delta. It's hard to tell, but like here's the river, and then it like just flows off of over there.
It is kind of a triangle.
It does make a little triangle. So this is the river, and then it like makes like, it goes right here, and that's the delta. See? gonna also write the definition too, so you guys can have it and write it down too. All right, there you go. So whenever you guys get a chance, make sure you write that definition down too. A wet area that forms as river water empties into a larger body of water. Okay, so for oasis, all right, so this is one of my favorite words. Okay, let's say you're lost in the desert, right? You don't know where to go. You're lost, you're tired, it's dry, it's hot, it's like sweat is dripping from your face, and you're like, your mouth is dry, and you can't see anything but sand, and it's just so hot. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see this water, this like body of water, and it has these trees around it. How do you feel?
Excited because you never got water.
Yes, that is an oasis, all right? So let's draw a picture right quick. Let me see. Now, don't laugh at my trees. I told you guys I cannot draw too well. Let me write oasis. All right. Let me get mine. Okay, so here's my tree. Right here. I want it to be a palm tree. Kind of look like one. And I want my water to be blue, right? So my water is going to be like some water, like right here, and then, of course, there's going to be sand all around.
Basically, kind of like a sea.
Yes.
But in the water.
Exactly. So it's going to be sand all around, but there's an oasis there, and that makes me happy because now I have water, and that's a good thing for me. So we're going to say that an oasis is a fertile spot in the desert where water is found. You've been working right quick.
Okay.
Yes. What's our next word? Oh, dictator. Our next word. A dictator. Okay. So I'm just gonna use a sentence on this one here and see if you guys can figure out what it is. So let me see if I can find my sentence. Let's see. So for dictator, tell me what you think a dictator is based on this sentence. Okay, so the sentence is, Germany was ruled by Adolf Hitler, and he forced his cruel actions upon his people and made them miserable, even killing many. So what do y'all think a dictator is?
Like, they're trying to, like, make him.
Say it, Jamie. You got it. I think you know.
So, like, people want you to follow the rules.
Oh, yeah. Y'all
Like,
hear that?
they make you do stuff that if you don't want to do.
Yes. So that is someone in charge, and they force you to follow the rules, even if they use fear and they may try to hurt you or something. They make you scared to follow the rules. So for my picture, I was thinking, I don't know how to draw this, but this is what I decided to draw. You guys can draw the same if you want to. So for my picture, I decided to draw a few people. Don't laugh at my stick people. There. Oh, they're sad. I put a smiley face, but I'm gonna put a sad face. So I put a few stick people, and they're very, very sad. And I put them inside of jail. And then I put somebody,
Yes, Jill. God said. Yeah.
and then I put somebody on the outside, like telling them what they have
The
to do.
police.
Go ahead.
Yes. But he's like more than a police. He's like the resident of the world or something, like a monarch or something, like a king or queen, trying to tell somebody what to do. And then I have him over here, and he's like telling them how they're supposed to do whatever, and he's being mean to them. To the bell? Okay. That sounds, you mean the bell is really about to ring? Okay, let me write this down real quick and then we'll wrap up. All right, so my definition, I'm gonna say that a dictator is a ruler of a country who uses force and fear to keep himself in charge. And then this will be it, because Ms. Helm said that the bell is about to ring. We'll have to finish tomorrow.
Okay. Are you gonna draw all of these?
How many do we have? 2 more?
One more.
Oh, we
You
just
have
have one more?
You have to finish
Oh, you're talking about the KWL. She says how many vocabulary.
Oh, yeah, we have to do the KWL. We're gonna read a short story and then finish answering those. So after you finish writing this, you can just make sure your name's on everything, and I'll pick everything up for you, and then you guys can get ready to go. So, what continent did we talk about yesterday? What was it? Egypt. We talked about Egypt.
And something about river.
Libya, Nile River. Mm-hmm.
How do you say yesterday in Spanish?
Ayer.
North Africa.
North Africa. Awesome. Okay, and we did some vocabulary. We have 5 vocabulary total, but we only did 3. We did delta, which is where that river flows. It's like a little place, a little wet land area that the river flows in. Looks like a triangle. And we did oasis, which is a beautiful water spot with trees that's in the middle of the desert. And then we did, was it dictator? I think it was dictator. When a ruler like makes you do stuff and he uses fear and he's really mean. So yes, you don't want to do it. Okay, so our next vocabulary number 4. Y'all turn to the vocabulary page. Yes, turn to the vocabulary page. Vocabulary number 4. So the word is terrorism. Vocabulary number 4 is terrorism. Okay, so I decided to break this up a little bit into 2 words. So terror and ism, because they mean different things. So what is terror like? If something's like you're terrorized, what does that mean? It's
Okay.
like terror. And somebody's like, ah, you're screaming. What does that mean? What does it mean?
Huh?
Terror.
Terror's like
Fear, yes. Don't write this down yet. So the terror, the part that says terror is fear. Don't write this down yet. Ism. So ism means practice, like when you practice something. So the word terrorism is the practice. Okay, so I want y'all to, oh, and you know what? The picture, don't forget we got to draw a picture for terrorism. The only thing I could think of to draw was either, like, cause when somebody terrorizes you, they make you fearful. So they use guns or they use bombs. And I don't know how to draw like a bomb exploding, do you? But I know how to draw a gun. So I drew a gun. So for my picture, what could you got? I don't know if you want to draw, like if you can draw something exploding or a gun, but I drew a gun for mine. So figure out what picture you want to draw for your word, and then draw your picture. So that's what I decided to draw for my picture. And the actual definition is this: the practice of using fear to control others.
Es un arma.
Would you say, Axel? Is Axel laughing at my gun? Axel, you need to be nice. Hmm? There we go. That's really nice. Ruby, that was a good gun. That was good. Oh, Axel, your gun is awesome. That's not fair. Ruby, leave your gun alone. Your gun is perfect. All right, the last vocabulary word is something called constitutional monarchy. And I have to explain to you by a story.
Is this the story?
Yes, this is the story. All right, let me get mine out too. Okay. And I'm gonna try my Spanish too. All right.
You
Okay.
read it in English and Spanish?
I did it in English and Spanish. Okay, you ready, Miss Helms?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Next.
constitutional monarchy. Okay, go. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a prince and a princess, and they got married. Había una vez un príncipe y una princesa se casaron. Go to the next one. All right. When they got older, they became the king and the queen of monarchs. This means they have absolute power to do as they please with their nation. Cuando eres mayores, se convirtieron en rey y reina. Esto significa que tienen control total para hacer lo que quieran hacer con su nación.
Next.
The people did not like it that the king and queen had total power. Entonces, a la gente no le gustó cuando el rey y la reina tenía el poder total. To fix the problem, a group of nobles who rebelled against the king forced him to sign a document called the Magna Carta. This meant that nobles had rights and the king could not take them away. And it gave real power to a small legislative body. Go to the next one, Miss Hill. Para mejorar las cosas, un grupo de personas importantes forzó al rey a firmar la Carta Magna. Go to the next one. Constitutional monarchy. It's a government where the monarchy or the king has very little power. Es cuando el rey tiene muy poco poder. Awesome. So the picture I have for that one, I decided to do like a king's crown. So for the picture, I don't know what you guys want to do, but I did a king's crown for the picture because it's about like a king when they have like power.
Basically, kind of like a diamond and instead.
Oh, it is. I didn't even think about it like that. See? government where the king is known, but he has little power. There. Do you get him too? Post something if you want to form the pictures. So there's a strategy that is called SQ3R. And this is what we're going to use when we read. The S stands for scan. So that means we're going to actually look at the book and the pictures, and we're going to look at like the titles and things like that. So we're going to scan. And the Q stands for question. So once we look at the pictures, we're going to ask questions about the pictures. Or once we look at the title, we're going to just ask ourselves questions about it to see if it can help us understand. And the 3R, one stands for read, and then we're going to read. One stands for recite. That means when we read, we're going to actually talk about stuff that we read and say it again. And then the last one is review. So we're just gonna go back and just kind of like check and make sure that we are doing what we need to do. Okay, so that's the one we're gonna leave. And don't forget, we have our KWL chart. Remember that one? We only did the K, so we have to do the other ones too. Oh, and since I only have one book, I want to show you something in my book before we read our handout. Let me show you, Ms. Ham. I'm just gonna bring the book over here so you can get this. Okay. Ruby, if you want to, you can come over here so I can show you. Okay, so when we scan, and see this book, so I only have one, so I had to just give everybody a handout. So when we scan, we're gonna look for the heading. So since this heading is really, really big, this is the actual heading. And then the other headings like Egypt and Libya, they're smaller, so they're called a subheading.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna look at pictures. This is the Sahara Desert and things like that. So know that when I say we're gonna scan, those are the things we're gonna be looking for, okay? All right. All right. Jamie has agreed to read with me. I appreciate that, Jamie. All right, so y'all go to the handout, and it'll say North Africa, and it'll say Egypt. So this first page is about Egypt. And we're gonna highlight two.
Need highlighters?
They have one, but I need one. Thank you. So we're gonna highlight, so when you see our vocabulary words that we did, I want you to highlight that, and anything that you think is important, we're gonna highlight it. All right, so let's get started. Oh, Axel, Ruby, put your finger right here where it says much. Yeah.
I'll get it one time later.
Put your finger right there. Okay,
Here it
I'm
is.
gonna start right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Vamos a subrayar.
¿Mm?
Vamos a subrayar.
Tienes que poner tu dedo en la primera letra y cuando pare tenemos que sonreír.
Okay. And look, Axel is highlighting, he's highlighting the first sentence. That's the one I highlighted. Highlight that first sentence. Much of North Africa is desert, and cultures have accepted to the desert way of life. They have adapted to the desert way of life. This section will look at some of the countries in North Africa. So now I'm on box number 2. Go to this one right here, Egypt. Okay, Ruby, put Ruby's hand where? Okay.
Good.
Is she on box number 2?
Mm-hmm. This one?
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Egypt is a large country about the same size as Texas and New Mexico put together. Yet, most of it is desert. The lifeline of Egypt is the Nile River. Okay, guys, get your highlight. I want you to highlight Nile River and everything about it. Nile River which supplies 85% of the country's water. So make sure y'all highlight where it says Nile River supplies 85% of the country's water. The Nile River flows 4,160 miles north to the Mediterranean Sea, making it the world's longest river. The river empties into the Mediterranean Sea at its delta. That's another vocab word, so we need to do delta. A delta is the area formed from soil deposited by the river at its mouth. Very good, Lee. Okay, good. Okay, so Jamie, the next one, Jamie has box number 3, guys. Okay.
About 29% of Egypt people work in agriculture. Important crops include sugarcane, grains, vegetables, fruits, and cattle. Egypt's government is a constitutional monarchy
Good job.
in his form of government. A king or queen is a head of state, but he elected officials runs the government.
Very good. Y'all switch over to the W right quick. Remember this little thingy right here? Switch over to this right quick. I forgot to make us do the questions.
Oh no.
Axel, I told you to be nice to me. Okay, do me a favor right quick. For the what do I want to learn? Let's write like a couple of questions. I'm gonna say, where is Egypt? Do it in a W part right quick. We're just gonna write like a question, yeah, like that. And then we're gonna write one more question about Libya too.
Good job.
Give me a question about Libya. Go to that page right here. And ask me a question about Libya. What kind of question can I have about Libya?
When does Libya get water?
Oh, okay, good. Okay, and for Libya question, we're gonna write, where does Libya get water from?
On the W?
Yeah, on a W. We should have done this before we started reading. Libya. Okay, very good. Okay, that's it. Okay, Libya.
Libya is a desert with only a few oases. An oasis is a green area in a desert fed by underground water. In fact, the Sahara covers more than 90% in Libya.
Very good. Well, she just said a vocabulary word. Jamie just said a vocabulary. It was the oasis. Make sure you highlight in box number 1 on Libya's side. Highlight where it says an oasis is a green area in a desert fed by underground water.
Can I also highlight Sahara?
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so the next one, this is the last paragraph. Libya's government. In 1969, a military officer named Muammar al-Khalifa. Alright, I'm gonna say that.
Gaddafi.
Thank you. Gaddafi. He gained power and overthrew the king. Gaddafi is a dictator. That's another vocabulary word, y'all. Highlight that. We're in box 2. Gaddafi is a dictator or an all-powerful leader. For many years, the United States and other democratic nations have accused Gaddafi of encouraging terrorism against the United States and its citizens. The U.S. eventually arrested a Libyan who bombed one of the Pan American flights in 103 in 1988. So that means that this guy here, he is a dictator. So he runs Libya by scaring people, and that's how he makes them, he controls them. And they are known for being terrorists. which is just going around scaring people. All right, y'all, that is all of the story. Now we have to do the last part of the KWL. So we basically have to say what we learned. All right. Okay, so let me get, all right. So go to your KWL chart and go to the L part, because we're gonna write, what did we learn? All right. Okay, so Jamie, give me something that we highlighted that we learned.
That Nile River,
Yes, the Nile River.
it has 85% of country water.
Yes, has 85%. Is that Egypt or Libya? That's Egypt,
Yeah.
Egypt's water. Yeah, that is something I did not know. So that was Egypt. Let's go to Libya and see what we learned about Libya. Go to the Libya page. Libya. Yes. Alrighty, guys. The last thing we gotta do is review. I'm gonna see how much you guys remember.
Okay. Do we need?
Ruby goes first.
Mommy?
Yeah, Ruby. Come here, Ruby. I'm gonna show you something. Come here. Come here, I'm gonna show you something. Okay, let me give you a marker. You got a marker? Okay, good. Okay, she's gonna write something on the map. I don't know. It could be Libya, it could be Egypt, it could be the Sahara Desert, it could be the Nile River. She's gonna write something on the map that she remembers. She's gonna write the Nile River.
Yes. Yes.
She's done the Nile River.
Woohoo!
She did it.
Woohoo!
All right, so she wrote
yes.
the Nile River. Yay!
Yay.
All right, pass the marker to somebody.
Me? Oh, God.
Ah.
Okay, y'all, and let me tell y'all stuff that y'all can write. I should have put a key up here. We have Egypt, Libya, the Nile River, and the Sahara Desert. Those are things that you guys can label on the map. Y'all have to figure out. All right, so Jamie, what are you going to label?
Libya?
Okay.
Here?
Oh, Ruby knows. Where's Libya, Ruby?
On top?
Uh-huh.
Here.
Yes.
So we
Okay.
just put it like this.
And then, yeah,
And then flip away?
yes. All right, so Jamie found Libya.
L-Y. I'm sorry. L-I-Y-A.
B.
All right, Axel is going to draw something. So we already did Libya, we already did the Nile. Let's see what Axel is going to draw. Awesome. He is drawing Egypt. Way to go, Axel. So we've drawn Egypt, we've drawn Libya. Give the marker to somebody. Okay, so we've drawn Egypt, we've drawn Libya, we've drawn the Nile. We have to draw the Sahara Desert. So we have to figure out where that is.
You remember.
Yes, she does. I can tell. Yep. She did it. You guys are amazing. You did it. You are done with this lesson.
Wait, don't we need Nile?
Yeah.
You need to write it?
Ruby did Nile right here.
But she didn't write it. Yeah. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, she did the Nile. So we have all of it. And here's Sahara Desert. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Yay. So that wasn't too bad, huh? Nah, y'all good. I know, right?
North?
Where? What should say?
North Africa? Remember when you
Oh,
put that up
yeah.
there?
Ruby, go put
I'll
North
do it.
Africa up there. Put, yeah, okay, yeah. Go put arrow. Yeah, arrow on outside and put North America. I mean, not North America, North Africa.
Ahí,
Yeah.
N